Hey everybody, it's Rhea from Stargazer Creates, and I just want to share with you my mail art junk journal that I've been working on for quite some time. This started off as a mail art round robin that kind of went bad and got lost for a while, but miraculously it resurfaced, so I just finished it up with my own collage work. So I think this is the kind of thing that's very hard to see in pictures, so I thought I would take you on a little tour. This started off as a really cool journal that I picked up at a yard sale from a printmaking student at Western Michigan University, close to where I live, and it's a really cool journal to start with. A lot of the paper inside were notes from school and imagery from magazines and all kinds of stuff. Sorry about the glare there. It's evening, and so my chandelier is making a lot of people added to the outside and all different parts of the inside of this journal. So anyway, here's the first spread. This is what I did to start. It says mail art on the inside and has all kinds of stamped images and fun stuff inside. There's lots of pull-outs and fold-out added throughout, which is kind of fun. I used a lot of envelopes. This is one of my favorite pieces of mail art ever. It's a mermaid, if I can, there you can see it quite a bit better. All hand done with markers, and I made a little card for the intended recipients. It only got so far, but it's all good. I'm just glad I got my book back and got to finish it. This is another piece of mail art that I received, and I added some faux stamps from Sue from Tangle Crafts on there. See that this is some of the paper that the artist included in the journal. It was this matte background, and I actually left that, but I used a lot of decorative tapes throughout this as well. I just love so much, and they actually have some really cool ones at Michael's right now that just came out, little 3-packs for $4.99 that are phenomenal. Here is a handmade envelope that I received something in, and again, I just used the back part of the envelope to make a hinge with my tape and added all kinds of cool ephemera. Yet another piece of mail art from one of my artsy pals online through SwapBot. She had included all kinds of fun things to use throughout the journal, which was kind of fun. I did end up putting a little ink on it. I'm not a big fan of white, so I did spray a little glimmer on her page. So, yep, I did step on some people's stuff. There's also all these really great little art quotes inside. Art washes from the soul the dust of everyday life. All kinds of cool things. Little quotes. Wonderful collage here. Again, I'll try to make it so you can't see the glare. This one's from Far Star. She's a fantastic mail artist. This is some little trinkets inside. She's got an Etsy shop. She's been doing a piece of 280 some days, I think. I've been following along pretty good. I forgot this was in here. Something that she included because I love mermaids. Tucked inside, she has some really cool tape there of scissors. I've never seen that before. I love the airmail stickers and the different stamps throughout. This is so cool that she included this because this is actually a piece of mail art that I sent her. It was a small gift box that I did a assemblage in. She loves fish and puts fish in a lot of her art, and so I sent this gift box naked. You could see this, and there were all these little shells glued inside. And then I used some really cool fish stamps and a mermaid return label. And so when Mandy had my book, she made copies and put it inside of mine, which I thought was really, really cool. Here's some old that she added. I just left them as little pullouts because I thought that they were cool. I think I stuck that sticker on. There's some cool steampunk stickers that I had and used throughout. Tim Holt stickers. Really, really quick, easy junk, throwing junk in a book. Here again you can see the background paper that the gentleman that made this book had inside, and I have candy wrappers, a little hand-carved stamp, some die cuts. This was a mail art swap that I did, and it came naked in this plastic envelope, and all these little Halloween things are inside. Little pocket that I made from the envelopes there. Again, this was a on the outside of a mailbox package at some point in time, and I just glued it in there. It's kind of hard to see because of the glare. That's a little bit better. I think I picked up this art card at an art show or something like that. Someone was promoting their stuff. Here's some stamps, probably from Mandy because they have fish on them. I love this page. Sue Memba, I don't know if that's how you say your last name, Sue, but she is also known as Tangle Crafts, and she has an Etsy shop, and she's from the UK. She has inspired me greatly in my mail art, and this is a copy of zine that she puts out that I was featured in, so she sent me a copy, and it's really, really cool. Highly recommend checking her out if you like mail art. This is my little membership. She's got like a little postage club, and that's my little membership card, and these are some artist stamps that she made for us to cut out of the ATCs that we mailed her. So really, really cool project. Here I took a stamp envelope and glued it in to make pockets. This is just the cover from some paper that I really like. You can even still see the price tag on there that I made a quick tag out of. Here's again some of this really cool tape that Michael's has right now. Seriously, go get it because it's cool stuff. A creamery tag, I don't know, a piece of vintage ephemera that I just kind of stuck in there. Again, this is some of the natural paper that was in this journal. This, you're not going to believe, is actually the coolest image, and it was on some hand soap that I got at TJ Maxx. And the other side of it also has really cool artwork on it, too. And so when I was done with my hand soap, I soaked the label off and stuck it in my journal with some gaffer tape. And then it has a nice little fold out once again. This was another really cool mail art swap. There's something in the middle here, but this is a file folder that got sent to me, just like it is, with all kinds of mail art goodness inside. So I just folded it in half and ended up tying it in with some twine because as my journal got so fat, I busted the staples. He just had a simple staple binding, and so I wrapped some twine around it and added more junk. Here you can see a sample of Citrosolve paper that I made a while ago. It's a really cool technique where you use Citrosolve. It's a degreasing agent on old National Geographics, and it lifts the ink and does some really cool, unexpected stuff. Tucked inside here is another piece from Mandy. I had actually sent this to her. It's a book cover, and I started it because I really liked these stamps that I had gotten in an eBay lot of these vintage artist stamps, and I wanted to keep them, so I wanted to mail them to myself. So I sent Mandy a half-decorated card and said, would you please send it back sometime? And this is what she sent back to me, and it's really cool. And I think this little book is a great place to keep it tucked away. More ephemera. This image is left over from the book, a little bunny cutout that I had. Here, this is more of a collage page, not as much mail art. I recently, I think it's just the blog post before this one's going to be, just finished up a big project with Graphic 45, not 7 Gypsies. Graphic 45, new paper, their old Curiosity Shop paper. Actually, here's some 7 Gypsies tape right here. But anyway, I was cleaning off my work table, and these were a lot of the bits that I hadn't used up, and so I just smushed them in my journal. A piece of, I think this fell out of a book that I got at an estate sale at someone's list for, I think it's for gardening stuff. Here's a cool art envelope that someone sent me, and again, I created a flap just from the natural flap of the envelope. Paper tape from 7 Gypsies, some different stickers. I think that's a Tim Holt sticker, some 7 Gypsies paper. I always like to tuck something inside, so I think that's just a piece of fake ephemera. Oh, there's a piece of birch bark in there, too. Here's a place where I had done some stenciling and did the negative image of the stencil on my page to not waste the ink. Here's another more of a collage page, I suppose. Not really as much with the mail art theme. I just wanted to finish out the journal. So again, I went through just scraps and stuff and just really freely added a lot of junk and imagery. This is from Steampunk Debutante, from my packaging of the paper. Once again, it's kind of a weird, it has this shininess on it and it's a little thick, so I didn't really want to use it in a project. Here's a card that I started for another project that really didn't turn out. There's actually imagery on the other side of it. It's Tim Holtz embossing folder, and then I use this product called Inca Gold on it to kind of pick up the raised parts after I sanded it. And again, more tape, some vintage ephemera, some tissue that I stuck in there. This gaffer tape is wonderful too, from Seven Gypsies. It's got more of a cloth feel, and it's pretty nice. Here's another example where I used blotted off a stencil. Simply used tapes to attach some different messages. Here I used a window to kind of highlight, oh, that's really bad glare there. Sorry about that, folks. To highlight what was on the dictionary page. I kind of gessoed over the dictionary page and just really slapped on all kinds of stuff. More paper tape on the edge here. This was a fabric postcard that someone made me for a swap, and I really liked it and couldn't send it, so I decided to stick it in my book. In the background there's a couple of morel mushroom stamped images, really light. Oh, it's a hand-carved stamp that I made. Kind of hard to see. They're a little bit faint. Yet another envelope pocket. This was a handmade envelope made by someone else with a really pretty image. And it says, live mindfully. I kind of like that. I added the butterfly. And this was a postcard that I got in a swap. It has a little autumn haiku on it. That's from my stash of stuff. Here I've got a couple of little airmail stickers. Old newspaper clipping of an airplane. Here I've stuck an envelope on that I had, and again, stick junk in there. This page is kind of grungy and steampunky. The background is from the original journal. This is an ATC from my friend Carol, a cool stamped image, some leftover resin paper that kind of got messed up, but I liked the sentiment, abundance, so I kept it. This is also a big, huge envelope that I had sent in the mail, and I cut it apart, and then someone sent it back to me in a swap, which is kind of funny. When you get things back, it's kind of fun. But I added a couple things on top of it, but you can kind of see this, all the same envelope torn into a million pieces. And then I added some of these stickers, really, really simple. I think the barcode was on there. And then this is the back. I had actually done this before I sent it out. Lots of stamps and all kinds of images. And I think that I put March 12th because I think this book actually started, if you'd believe it, March 12th of, it's got to be, maybe it was just last year. I think it's more than a year, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 2010. I can't remember when it started. I have to go back and look. Anyway, here is my mail art junk journal. Thanks for stopping by and taking a tour. Bye-bye.